So, hi, today we'll be going through the CSC assignment. Um, it's about a photo sharing application where you publish a photo, you upload a photo, and then you can see a photo over there. And also, there's external services where you can check the weather and also the country you're in. So, first of all, you can see here, this is the login page you can see. For users that are new, you can either log in with Facebook or register here. So in this case, I'm gonna do login with Facebook. So I'm gonna click login, and it's gonna authenticate me and acquire my email address and also the Facebook ID that is stored in it. So as you can see, I'm gonna type a password here, and I'm gonna click sign up. So once you actually sign up, they will actually prompt you a message that says that you have successfully created an account and please validate via the email sent to your account. As you can see, there's an email over here where you can use it to validate your account. So I'm going to click OK. I'm going to direct me back to the login page. I'm going to click here and you can see that there's a validate now page. So you can choose two ways to actually log in. You can log in either from here, which is the standardized way with a CAPTCHA, or you could just log in via this validate now page. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to click validate now. It's going to open me a new page and it's going to log me in here. Once it's in here, all you can do is just either you can click show information, where it's going to come up with a dialog of the place you're at, and also the weather that is going on at that particular place. And all this is going to be done in web service, which I'm going to show you later on. So this is the web service of the weather. So right now I'm going to try upload an image. Looking down image, let me just select one. For example, this. I'm going to upload now. So you can see there's not much lag here. It's because this image, once you upload, it's offline locally placed onto the web page while it's still being uploaded. So as you can see that this is uploaded. And why not let me just try refreshing this page. And see if I refresh this page, the image is still there because the image is now in the blob storage. And each account has their own individual blob storage to upload to and also to list to. And I'm going to try upload another image. Let's say I want to upload my FYP photo. And click upload now. And it's going to upload my new image. So you can see this is in very date order, so it comes down like this is the latest file they upload and this is the oldest file they upload, and you can see that it's constantly being updated. So let's simply refresh now again. As you can see, the image loads as accordingly. And in this particular web page, we also have a token that is being given to each user when they log in, and this token is being dejected once you log out from the page. It means that you cannot go back and you cannot go front, and it should work properly. And as you can see in this I'm not a robot thing, is the reCAPTCHA that you need to go through. So let's say if this reCAPTCHA is not working, it will prompt you to click the reCAPTCHA. So for example, I'm going to try this now. The reCAPTCHA is not clicked. It will say that you must click the reCAPTCHA. So this is one of the authentication that we've done. And once this is done, you'll be given a token with the payload of the user ID so that it can be used for the uploading of images and also the listing of all images. So I'm going to click the mountain here, mountains, verify, and done. You can sign in, and you'll be given a token, and you can see all the images still being loaded. Alright, so right now some of the issues that we face in this coding development phase of this project is that we didn't know that the use of service reference is needed, and we actually coded a lot of things under this response just to authenticate or just to read the global weather API. But instead, when we have the service reference, it's pretty much easy. And one of the issues that we found was that there's a lot of XML going on encapsulated in the JSON, which is quite an issue. But all this is being solved by service reference, which is fine. And We also found a lot of issues when it comes to the login phase. So if you go to user management ESMX, which is the web service that we've done, one of the things is that the captcha. The captcha is definitely one of the issues that we face because you need to constantly authenticate it front and back, which is very, very tiring. And we have not much of a clue on how to do that, but we figured out that this is the best way. So we use a web client to do everything properly for us. And also there's a web service. So as you can see, the email validation that we have sent for every user is containing a token. You can see that there's a token there, a URL link over there. So once you log in, you are basically, once you click the link, you're basically logged in. Just to go through along with the other documentations that we have here, as you can see, we have a total of a few functions: login function, registration function, upload file function, list images function, also the external services where the get weather is done. The country of the location you're in is not hard coded. It's actually queried through a JavaScript from the Geo plugin UI. So if I were to go over to the home page, you can see that there's a code where you actually query your location, this portion over here. And once this location is being queried, it should be done properly, and everything should be sent like where you're at. For example, I'm in Singapore right now, and it gives me this location that I'm in Singapore, and we query this weather of Singapore. Apart from that, registration, all these are pretty straightforward. It sends you an email, reCAPTCHA is done. We also have token validation. If let me see if I can get it for you. It's over at where's the user management side. So once I logged in, let's see, validate. So yeah, you can see there's a validation here where you actually validate the token. There's one. We also have the login portion, which we do. Hold on, let me check. Alright, so this is Facebook login. So we have two methods. It works pretty much the same way. For the Facebook login, for the login over here, yeah, this one. So once you log in, they actually returns you a token. You can see a token over here, which is sent over with the payload of the user ID. So this works pretty much well. And throughout the fact that all this, we have a account user object. We also have a constants object, which is the web token that we have. We also store our stuff here, so this is the constants. The image info, we wanted to store the name, but we actually forgo that and we just use the file because we think that it's not really necessary to store all the images information because it's not needed, as you can just basically get it from the blob storage. And if you can see over the block storage, moving to our file manager, we actually convert the string into a byte, which is the base result of byte. And this works well. And then once we convert this, we also have we have to upload this particular set of images to a specific account, which is the container of each user accounts that we have. So each user accounts have their own container, so there won't be any much of a mixture of between these images, your images, all in together. But it doesn't need to actually come together with all the images that all the users have. It's also being able to be queried from the cloud blob storage. So that's about it. Some of the issue we found is usually just hanging on the container, calling the wrong container, concatenating the URI stuff. But those are pretty much minuscule that doesn't really affect much of the whole thing. So this is pretty much all. Thank you and yay!